What if, you have the wisdom of Solomon, or what if you have the ideas of an Elon Musk, but you don't actually have the capacity to speak your truth? You're going to sit there and literally the world will pass you by, and you'll wonder why it seems that everyone else gets opportunities and everyone else seems to get that platform. And really, you should have it too, but you have to learn. Hey everybody, it's Abe Brown here. Today I am with Coach Kamrul Hassan, and he is all the way from Bangladesh, recently moved here with his family, and it's wonderful to have him here from warm, sunny Bangladesh to cold, freezing cold Canada.
Correct.
But welcome to Canada. I know you've done some videos with us, and we're so grateful to have you. So how's it going for you so far?
Absolutely brilliant. So it's not allowing me to freeze. See?
But you don't even need a fridge in Canada. You can just leave everything on your front porch and it stays cool,
Because we are in an industry where it's not allowing us to freeze because we are speaking.
Absolutely. So got to keep going.
All time is giving us warmness.
Yeah.
Because the more we speak, that's how I want to connect with this conversation. We get warm.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, the fire in our bones, in our heart, kind of flows out with our words. So tell us just for a minute before, because I know we want to talk about for a couple of minutes here, friends, the Elevate EST Academy, which is coming up, and why it's so important, no matter what industry you're in, your career, your profession, that you learn the capacity and develop the skills to be an exceptional speaker. But you came here with your family. So tell us a little about your family, your kids, what's happening there?
Right, all is good. I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
I might not look okay. Somebody asks me, okay, how do you, you are yet to marry? No, I did. Right. Not only I did.
So he's taken 3 kids. And how old are they?
It's 13, 8, and another is 3.
Wow.
So
it's a big change, eh?
True.
Imagine being 3 years old, moving from Bangladesh to Canada.
Correct, yeah.
But imagine being a 13-year-old. Wow.
True.
Yeah. How's she doing?
All of them are doing really good. We don't have any challenges because everything's sorted out. And one of the things I want to say that everybody is so welcoming in this city.
Oh, that's great.
And everybody literally helped us to, fill our house with all the stuff. Let me tell you, 90% of the stuff I did not have to buy.
Wow. That's amazing. Well, there you have it, friends. Canada, place to be, and friendly people. It's cold, but that's okay. We're so friendly that if you get really cold, you can get a bear hug. But Kamrul, you're here, you're working with our Flourishing team, and one of the initiatives that you're taking on is what we call Elevate EST. EST stands for Exceptional Speaker Training. And of course, we've been running that program for years, but now elevating it, upgrading it, significantly improving it so that now we're going to run the Elevate EST Academy.
Right.
So tell us what's happening with that. What's the plan?
The plan, let me tell you the context, okay, that would allow our audience to understand why we're doing this program.
Yeah.
It was good as EST stage 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Now we are academy.
Yeah.
The main reason where I'm coming from, 10 years back, I was stammering.
Okay.
While communicating and connecting people, I was very nervous, very shaky.
Yeah.
I was holding myself back. And then I was suffering a lot inside.
Yeah.
I was a stammer. I was suffering social anxiety. We call it SAD, social anxiety disorder.
Yeah.
So that forced me to hide.
Yeah.
I'm coming from that place in 10 years, less than 10 years.
Yeah.
And then here I am in Canada today. What happened in between? I rediscovered myself when I actually allowed myself, not hiding, not procrastinating, not being so fearful. On that moment, my nervousness gone, right?
Awesome.
Stammering gone.
It's awesome.
Because I was not rushing. I know I have some shortcomings, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I allowed myself to be judged by others. Those who are judging, that's their world, not me.
That's
so
great.
I was stammer.
It's great.
I could not finish a sentence, and nobody would understand it properly as well.
Yeah.
So from there, since I was suffering, I let go, my old identity and reality. I was in a cage, suffering in a corporate world, and then I left. trying to figure it out. Who am I?
Yeah, who am I?
And that really helped me. And that I found my footings. A stammer when could allow, could speak, could connect,
Yep.
could convince, could persuade.
Yep.
It doesn't matter introvertness or extrovertness, but matter is allowing the self and allowing to unleash that potentiality. So then I realized the fruit. The fruit.
Yeah.
My career unfolded.
Yeah.
I could leave my job. I could do this training, speaking and coaching. And I had a dream to become international trainer and speaker.
Okay.
Now think, Abe, 10 years back, I was a stammerer.
Yeah.
And now, seeing that and believing to become a public speaker.
Yeah.
And then international level.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You might be joking to yourself.
That's right.
But that really happened.
Yeah.
Since 2017, after leaving, everything unfolded in front of me. I came to US for training certifications. I went to Harvard University program. I had a dream. I went to John Maxwell's program. I did a lot of programs with you online in 2021. Flourishing life coaching. I did other programs. What I'm trying to focus is the potentiality and the talent unleashed.
Yeah.
Because I embraced it. I accepted it. If I can do that, I believe through the academy, a lot of people, those who are watching, they can do much better than me.
Oh, for sure. Well, and it's interesting because, when I think about public speaking and communication, people might say, well, oh, that's fine for you, Coach Kemrul, or it's fine for you, Abe, because, you want to and are professional speakers and, facilitators, etc. What about me? I don't really want that. And so when you think about learning how to communicate, how to speak, why is that important, no matter what industry a person may be in or what kind of their career might be?
One question I want to, why do I need to speak? And being a public speaker, what is the outcome that we're looking forward?
Yeah.
I put it that way. We need to connect.
Yeah.
And we need to communicate.
Yeah.
After connection, communication happens.
Right.
Because we need to understand.
Yeah.
And then why we connect? We need to convince others.
Yeah.
Right. If we connect, if we collaborate this to work together. So finally, why do we need to convince? Because we need to get it done.
Yeah. Whatever.
When I need to convince to my parents, to my spouse, right, husband and wife, even to my kids.
Yeah.
Now think about my business point of view, my professional career point of view. We need to convince everybody for the ideas or the things that we want to do.
Yeah.
So there is the need.
Yeah.
How do you convince? Now here is the catch. Catch is persuasive way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think there's a real important key there because from connection, we move into communication, and from communication perhaps into convincing. But I think in some relationships, then it's a lot more about collaboration. And even there, we need to know how to speak, because collaboration is not collaboration if you lay down and somebody's steamrolling over you. It's not collaboration when I'm just the guy who's silent at the back of the bus and I never speak my truth. And so, fundamentally, I see that when people learn how to communicate, they make more money, they impact more people, they get better jobs, and they have many, many more opportunities.
True.
Not so much because they become a better person, but more so because the great person that they already are is unleashed so that everybody can see that individual. So what if, you have, the wisdom of Solomon, or what if you have the ideas of an Elon Musk, but you don't actually have the capacity to speak your truth? You're going to sit there and literally the world will pass you by. And you'll wonder why it seems that everyone else gets opportunities and everyone else seems to get that platform. And really, you should have it too, but you have to learn. And so tell us about the Elevate EST Academy. What's going to be happening over it's a 12-week program. I know that there's 4 intense days. So you got 4 intense days to kind of kick it off. 2 days per month over 2 months, and then 12 sessions after that. So tell us a little bit about what's going to happen and what you're going to cover. Well, I guess what we're going to cover, but
right.
you're going to...
Right.
Yeah.
In 4 days, actually, stage 1 and stage 2, right?
Yep.
It's actually 4 multiplied
Stage
by
2.
8 hours.
Yep.
So it's 32 hours of content. It's not the content dump.
Yep.
The structures, the methods, the tools, techniques, the process
Yeah.
would help anybody and everybody to flow.
And by the way, like over those 4 days and 32 hours, you're going to give multiple speeches as
At least 5.
participants so that you get that opportunity. And it's
True.
not just, hey, come and listen to us talk about speaking,
True.
but it's you learn by doing in a very safe, supportive environment.
True. I say it in another example this way. If anybody wants to build their muscle, where'd they go?
Yeah. Netflix, potato chips, and a big case of beer. Works great. Well, obviously,
They go to the gym.
they go to the gym. Right on.
And guess what? If they want to build their, this muscle,
Yep.
what works they do? They
Yeah.
go and watch the equipment and machine, or they
Absolutely.
pull this.
Absolutely.
And if they want to build the leg muscle, thigh muscle, what works they do?
Yep.
The leg press.
Absolutely.
Right. The similar thing is
Yeah.
building a speaking muscle.
That's right.
Is not, watching that equipment or saying that equipment, is doing it over and over, like hand press,
Yeah.
leg press, chest press. You have a solid muscle. How did you build up in a day?
And it's unbelievable what happens to an individual. Like literally, your entire psyche and personality is elevated when you learn to speak, because they actually still say that the top 2 or 3 fears in the world, one of them is public speaking. And so imagine you're going through life with all this truth that you need to speak.
True.
But you're just not able to do that. I mean, I can't even imagine the psychology of how that would impact you and how you would then just be rolling around living a small life. But finally, you develop that ability to speak. And all of a sudden now you can have those meaningful conversations.
Exactly.
And you're able to advocate for yourself. You're able to set appropriate boundaries. You're not out there, breaking doors down, but you're absolutely flowing in your personality.
Correct. That's what I was trying to say and build up. You're building that speaking muscle.
Okay.
The tonalities, right? Intonation, the pitching. How do you sound? I call it often pregnant pause.
Yeah.
Even not saying is also bigger and better than saying.
Absolutely.
So, all those things had to build in the speaking persona. It's not only the, speaking really fast or giving so much of information.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes slowing down. All those things gonna build.
Yeah.
Stage 1, 2 days, stage 2, another 2 days, and then 12 weeks.
Yeah.
This is 3 months, and then previous to 2 months. How many months? 5 months.
Yeah.
And then we have a stage talk, a real stage talk.
Yeah.
So we're going to coach them.
Yeah.
So already we have created a community over the last 5 months.
Yes.
And then we're giving the feedback. Guess what? This is actually building this speaking muscle inside and allowing people to be on the flow. And as I say, and as you have defined it, it's not normal or mediocre. You said it, exceptional.
Yeah.
So you got to be exceptional by building this exceptional speaking practice, muscles, and aura. And this is energy. So we're going to build it in 6 months.
Yeah, that's so good. And, if you're watching this video here right now, all of the information about it, when we're launching, which is March 2025, the costs, all of the actual details are right there. So please make sure you check them out and register today or reach out to one of us for more information. But let me just say this, one of the things that is so important when it comes to speaking is some of the stuff that's going to be covered in the 12 weeks that follow. So you can imagine, like Kamrul said, we have these 4 intense days to kick it off over 2 months at the start. But, there's a lot of elements that we're going to cover in those 12 weeks that you don't hear in all the other speaking programs. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about neuroscience and what it actually looks like to communicate in a way that communicates trust through vulnerability. And there's nothing more profound than that. And for those of you who might be interested in doing a TED Talk or in monetizing your speaking, we're also going to spend a lot of time on that. How would you build your business as a speaker and coach? So any final thoughts that you might have, Kamrul?
Yeah, definitely. The final thought is one word.
Okay.
And that is vision.
Vision. Okay.
So this program would unfold the vision in front of us. What vision I'm talking about? The vision we don't see, right? I'm talking about 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Can we see that?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
No.
10 years? No, we don't.
Yeah.
But this program would help us to create that vision within us, into our system through visualization.
Yes.
Because when we are learning this speaking, developing this muscle, we are creating that vision into reality through embedding within us, among us. So my word is, what vision that you want to see yourself in the next 10 years? 10x growth, 20x growth, 100x growth? It depends on you.
Yeah.
Not me, not you, right? That's the word I want to focus through this program, elevating and to becoming an exceptional speaker by enabling the vision in front as a real thing.
Yeah. Well, one final thought as we close, I just love sharing that story of a group of students who went to Warren Buffett's home and almost like a pilgrimage to meet with, one of the greatest investors in the world and one of the most wealthy people. And they asked him, what was the greatest investment you ever made? And they're expecting a stock tip or, okay, there's a mine that's being built here or a new oil well or whatever. And he said, the greatest investment I ever made was, and he pointed to a certificate on his wall, $100 speaking course that he paid for with Dale Carnegie way back in the 1950s. And it's amazing to me that you can take $100 investment in a public speaking course and, like Warren Buffett did, literally turn that into tens of billions of dollars, because really, does Warren Buffett do investments or does Warren Buffett communicate? And I would suggest that he communicates because you can do investments all day long, but his ability to communicate was what attracted investors to invest in him. And now here we have that multiplied effect. And so I love what you're saying about vision. You have no idea the steps that you take today that can lead to that vision being fulfilled tomorrow. And that's why it's so important that we invest. And so register today. And thanks, Cameron, for doing this. And let's go after this Elevate EST Exceptional Speaker Training Academy. Thanks, everybody.